Okay.
We're offline.
Hold on, no. Get off that page.
If we're on,
Diabolical.
pray that this works, guys.
Iconic. Okay.
Don't comment again, because it'll drive people away.
Yeah, I feel like it will too. They're gonna read the first comment like, oh, this is some boo-boo. Alright. I'm not gonna waste my time.
This is some boo-boo.
That's how we should start out.
Is that for?
Oh,
Yeah,
we're live.
Hey!
You're live.
Oh my god. We're live?
Oh,
The big one?
woo!
Hey.
Are we also live on Twitter?
Do your intro, Michael.
Hold on.
We're live.
I gotta say, okay, you know what?
That's
10 points.
Okay.
We're live? Like, I should start?
We're literally
No,
live.
we're live.
Don't just say
Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning to our very first live stream. Today, we're going to be talking about freedom and how much freedom we should have. My name is Michael Diaz. I'm 18, and I'm going to be a senior.
My name is Sai. I'm also 18, and I'm about to be a sophomore in college.
I'm Soleil, and I'm about to be a sophomore in high school.
I'm Angel. I'm about to be a senior, and I'm 16.
I'm Taylor. I'm 15. I'm about to be a sophomore.
Today, I'm going to start with the first question, and the first question I'm asked today is, how much freedom do we have, or did we have? Personally, with me at home, I have as much freedom as I could ask for. I wish I had more freedom, but my parents keep a leash on me to make sure that I don't go out and do dumb stuff like I am known to do.
Yeah, I guess me too, kind of like, I get trust from when I do good things. Like when I go out and I keep my mom updated on everything, I get more privileges from being able to do that, if that makes any sense.
I don't have like a lot of freedom, but like I have enough freedom, I guess. I would want more, but yeah, like I have to keep them updated, like who I'm with, where I'm at, what time I'm gonna be like done. Yeah.
I also agree. Like, I have enough freedom, like, for my age, but, like, as long as I keep her updated, like, where I'm going and who I'm with.
Yeah, I'm like probably everybody here. I have like unlimited freedom. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, but it's kind of up to me though to like stay focused on like the right track and actually go to my classes and like go to sleep at a correct time, and then I can pretty much wear whatever I want, however I want. It's a lot to deal with, you guys.
Well, also, you're like an actual adult.
You're in college.
You're the only one here.
I mean, I'm an adult too,
Yeah,
but I'm in high school.
You're grown. I feel like you might be older
Yeah,
than
but
me.
you still live at home.
I live at home
Oh, you do?
for the summer.
For the summer. Well, so, yeah, well, no, we're the
I'm living
young.
at home too for summer too. So.
No, well, we're the youngest here,
Yeah.
so like we probably have less freedom just because we're younger. But you guys are the oldest, or
No.
I'm
They're
18.
you guys are the oldest?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you probably have more freedom just because you're older.
So it seems like we've all earned our freedom somehow. So how do you guys earn your freedom?
The way I earned my freedom was that I would always listen to my parents and like what they told me to do, and then like I would just do as they told me, and then my parents started to give me more freedom and let me have my own more of my own choices once I was getting older, so that now that I'm 18 I have more freedom than I did rather than when I was 8 and then 16. Yeah, just by listening to my parents and doing what they told me to do, I gained more freedom. Even though I didn't like what they told me to do most of the time, I just sort of bit the bullet on it and just did it.
Yeah, like I guess as you grow, you get more freedom because they trust you more as you progress in life and in maturity.
Yeah, I think building trust is like the keyest factor in trying to gain freedom, especially like you're in a household with people who are like watching over you, having like trust with them so they know, so they don't always have to worry about where you're going and what you're doing. I think that's how you gain. That's how I earned my freedom. Just like constant communication for a while. Honestly, for a while I didn't even go out the house, but like once I started to leave the house and do stuff, like my dad was really like, we had this like system pretty much, so it all worked out usually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, like, okay, no. We should all hold our fingers up on a scale of 1 to 10, like how much freedom we think we have. Like, probably.
Right now, as
Yeah.
in like 10 being the most freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I
guess
say
that's like
8.
a
You
lot.
you think you have 5?
Yes.
Why?
Or,
Why?
like, I don't know. Like, I can't just like do whatever I want. I mean, of course I can't do whatever I want, but like, I feel like I should be able to do more stuff and like not be monitored.
Like your mom's waiting outside in the car for you.
No.
I'm gonna bring mine down to a 7, cause I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like even though I'm not allowed to do anything I want, at the same time, I get enough, and then I earn more as I go on. But I mean, what happens when you have too little freedom? Like you said, like you have 5.
I feel like you start to be more like not lie a lot, but like not be truthful like the whole time. So yeah.
That's very
Sort of got to bend the truth,
Yeah.
just so that like your mom
So
doesn't
like yeah.
freak out.
yeah.
Yeah, gotta like finesse the system in a way.
Finesse.
I don't want to like give myself away, but honestly, it's probably okay. So like pretty much like, let's say you want to go to like some party or whatever, you can say, oh, I'm gonna go out and do this hobby that I like doing a lot. You feel me? So
That's no.
Okay, that's a little
but like
different.
yeah,
But
you-
that's
it's
like a straight up lie.
yeah, it's a lie.
like-
but like
Like, you're like, I'm going to a friend's house, but you can't say like the party is at the friend's house.
yeah, you can do that too. I feel like that could work. But
No, okay. When you were actually home, like say something, like an actual story of when you out yourself.
Okay, that's like a pressure, but all right, for sure. I remember one time I was trying to sleep at my friend's house, and she's a girl, so I asked my dad if I could sleep over her house. I don't know why I did it, because I was like trying to be super honest, you feel me? But it was just like she was having like a party or whatever, something like that. But then he was like, nah, it's bad. So I was like, cool, I didn't do it. And then the next week I was invited again, and I was like, hey dad, I'm gonna go sleep over the homie's house, you feel me? And he was like, oh, for sure, yeah, man, handle your business, do your thing. So yeah, that's what I did, but it was whatever, you know, it was chill.
Oh no. Like I feel like my mom has a secret lie detector like inside of her. So she like knows when I'm lying. She always calls me out, which sucks cuz I can never get away with anything, but hey.
My mom does the guilt trip on me. Like she knows when I'm lying, but then she lets me finish my story, and then after she just
Same.
like she just sort of like
And then she'll call you
she
out.
baits you.
she baits me.
That's disrespectful. Damn.
That's
that's-
really
Like she's giving me a chance to earn to not lose any trust with her, if like just by me telling the truth.
So yeah, that's why I always like to stay. It's completely like, I know I'm just talking about I'm saying lies right now, but like in most cases, you gotta be super honest, like everything, because you don't know if they know already.
No,
Yeah,
I like
it's
how you're
bad.
like trust is the most important thing, but
But
You gotta learn how to, you gotta
Finesse the
you gotta know.
system.
finesse the
Exactly.
system.
Exactly.
Finesse the system.
So do you guys have like any situations where you feel like you might have too much freedom, or know anyone who follow you has like too much freedom?
ooh.
I have a friend who had too much freedom. So what happens is that his dad, he would go on business trips for a long time, and then he got into this habit of sort of like going out, doing his own thing, and then like hanging out with his girl. And at the time, he would have lied to say that like, oh, I'm going to work for 9 hours. I'll be back home later. But one day, he told his dad that, and then his dad was trying to text him a lot of times, call him, and then he wasn't responding. So his dad stopped by Safeway and said, where's my son? Is he here? And I was like, nah, he didn't come into work today. He's not working because he didn't tell me. And then he said he's tracking his phone and he didn't know like what happened to him. But really, he was at his girl's house.
Ooh.
So like his
no.
punishment at the end of it, his punishment is that his dad made him quit Safeway. So like he didn't have any reason to leave.
That's messed
Isn't
up.
that's a
Dang,
little
that's
bit
like-
an invasion of privacy,
harsh.
I
Yeah.
think.
But I mean, like his dad didn't know what happened to him. He wasn't answering his phone.
But
Yeah,
like
it's
making him
different.
quit his job.
But like, what if he was actually at work? Like, he can't answer his phone, right?
That's why he checked it to
But
make
he
sure he's
checked
at
it and
Safeway.
it wasn't
That's
like
why you
nowhere
always
near
gotta have
Safeway.
like your friend on backup. Like, hey, I told my dad I was gonna be here, so back me up,
He
okay?
was shady.
So yeah,
He
that
was
right
shady.
there.
He was
shady.
That's
You had
shady.
That's a
your
little
friend
bit
do
shady.
you.
But I mean, when you're trying not to get, I mean, he could have come up with a better plan.
I mean, he got away with it like 8 times before then, so like he was confident.
Honestly, the fact that his dad is even capable of tracking his phone, I feel like his dad doesn't like there needs to be more trust there so that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
I feel like
so
I've never
too.
Yeah.
I've never
I
been
agree.
tracked.
Like maybe just tell your dad, hey, I'm gonna go to. I don't understand why it was such a big secret that he was gonna go over like to his girlfriend's house or whatever.
Because his dad didn't like his girlfriend.
Oh, well,
Well,
That's
then there you
tragic.
have it.
tragic.
That's tragic.
I remember
Tragic ending.
one time I feel like I have like a good amount of freedom. So like let's say I want to go out and I like taking pictures a lot on my free time, and then my dad just lets me go to SF whenever I want, take pictures, and like I do that a lot. But then but the way I take pictures usually is like we like to go into places we're probably not necessarily allowed to go to, like rooftops and whatnot, to take pictures. And a lot of the times the security might call the cops and whatnot, so we'd have to like
What?
we'd have to escape. But like I feel like doing that though made me realize that I loved photography and like a lot of other aspects of like film and doing all types of stuff like that. So if I didn't have the freedom to go to SF and shoot whenever I want, I probably would never figure that out. But like with that, a lot of freedom, I did run into trouble every now and then, and like sometimes people got hurt, but it was all.
Did you ever
Ran
get
from the law?
like? Did you ever get
I
caught?
never. No, I got hurt one time, but I was like not too hurt. I just like hurt my butt.
Did you ever get like caught though?
I've got caught by security like once, but every time I've never had the cops called on me. Every time I've heard about like, the cops getting called, they usually let them off because like it's just like a bunch of photographers just running around
Yeah.
on rooftops.
I guess
But,
when
yeah.
you're like being easy on somebody.
But yeah, it could get out of hand.
What about you guys?
Oh, I was just gonna ask a question.
Okay, go for
So
it.
like based on like where you are now, like depending on your age or wherever you are in life, like how much freedom do you think you deserve? Like you should be allowed to have?
I think because I'm still like a kid, I guess, like I'm still in my first 2 years of high school, I guess I don't deserve like as much freedom as you guys have. Like you're in college and you're a senior or something? Yeah. So I guess it depends on your age mostly, but also at the same time, you have to earn it. And there's a lot of different like types of freedom. Like there's freedom like what you can wear, what you can say, and what you can do. So it's all kind of different for me.
I agree. I think like not only like with parents, but like in school, I feel like there should be more freedom. The whole like dress code thing, I feel like a lot of it is
Yeah.
like stupid.
That's definitely something. Yeah, like authority. I feel like not that I'm like authority is bad, but I mean I feel like sometimes I feel like clothes are definitely something that you have to express yourself with, and I feel like they're holding us back on that. Especially I'm somebody that's had to have to wear a uniform like pretty much my entire life in school through elementary school and middle school. And that was kind of, you weren't really allowed to express yourself. You also weren't allowed to have like colored hair. You weren't allowed to wear excessive makeup or jewelry. Like they kind of held you back a lot in a lot of ways, which was messed up, I think.
I feel like at this age I have enough freedom that like I should have, because I feel like if I had more, I might take advantage of that and it wouldn't be a good outcome. Yeah.
Do you guys ever feel like you abuse? Have you ever had instances where you abused the freedom that you got?
Yeah.
I mean, I pushed the limits sometimes. Like at school when we weren't allowed to wear certain things, I definitely pushed the limits with that. Like I'd wear like eyeliner or whatever, and then I'd get in trouble for doing that because we weren't allowed to wear that. Or I remember like one of my friends would dye her hair like unnatural color, which wasn't allowed, and you would actually get sent home from school for that.
Damn.
Yeah,
So you have to
Wow.
like.
because it's distracting, apparently.
But what if it was permanent? You would like get kicked out?
No, they just like they'd call your parents and you would literally have to go to a salon or something and have it taken out
Wow.
Go there.
That's doing heck of much.
That
because it was distracting. They said,
To who?
I don't know, to people learning, I guess. I don't-
Wow.
that's like
I mean,
that's wow.
at my school, we had this thing where we get off-campus lunch. So I kind of abused my power there because, okay, so my mom would make me a lunch every day, but for about 3 months, I was just eating nothing but sandwiches, and I got sick of them. So what I would do is that at off-campus, I would go to Panda and then buy food there, and then give my lunch to somebody who didn't have lunch. So I was helping him out, but my mom didn't know I was going to Panda. And my school didn't know I was going off campus because I'm supposed to sign a permission slip. So I had my friends pretend to sign me out. And then I would just walk out with them and then come back and then they pretend to sign me back in. And I just kept walking so nobody would notice. I did that for the whole year. Well, near the, like halfway through the year, then to the end. And then like one day my mom asked me, so how was your lunch today?
Wow.
So I said, oh, it was good.
She knew.
And then she said, that's funny. Did you go to Panda today? I'm like,
She dated you, man. Oh my
She
god.
was like, oh, how was your lunch?
so, and then
was good.
what I forgot is that my bank account's intertwined with hers, so she can always check my bank account. And then she saw that under it had Panda and said like $20, and then she knew that I bought food.
20.
And then I'm a big eater when it comes to lunch. I don't eat breakfast.
Like that.
Said, dude, your mom's cooking is amazing. I'm like, I know, right? Because like he was eating it more, like he started eating more than me. Yeah.
What did she say?
She was like, God damn it, Michael.
Oh, but she was cool with it?
I mean, she was mad at first, but then after she was just like, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be wasting your money. So she was more concerned that I was like wasting my money rather than like I was throwing away her lunch.
Wow. I would have been mad that you were throwing away my lunch. Like,
Were you working at the time?
Yeah, I was working at Safeway, so I was making a good amount of money. I worked about 28 hours a week.
See, that's pretty solid. I don't know. I feel like you can buy
Sounds
your
like
own lunch
me.
if you got like some type of income coming in.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you gave your homie free food.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
hey,
And
okay.
he liked it.
Yeah.
Come on.
He started to become dependent on it too.
Oh no.
So it went bad fast.
Oh, do you want to get started? Okay, I'm going to get started on this segment, okay? So, while I was looking and preparing for this live stream, I came across a new part of the internet called Mom Blogs. And
Where were you looking?
I
How
was
did you
just
find those?
I was just looking for advice from
Oh,
parents
for
to other
sure.
parents, and I thought that there was some controversial topics on there that we might think was kind of iffy for us that could mess up whatever. And so I'm gonna call this yay or nay, and I'll read off some advice that moms gave to other moms, and then we'll say if we like agree if that's a good idea or disagree.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I'm ready.
the first one is choose your battles wisely. So basically, if there's something non-permanent that your kid wants to do, like, I don't know, they have a messy room or like they colored their hair or something, like you let that go. But if they do something that's going to like harm them or you think is a bad idea, like going to a party or doing something permanent like a tattoo, like you say something about that, but let the little stuff go, like don't sweat the small stuff.
Nay.
I feel nay too.
Why?
Honestly, I feel like you should sweat all that stuff. I feel like their room shouldn't be really dirty.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like they
that-
just say like,
I don't
you
know.
told me about this one thing. Why? Like you didn't tell me to do anything about this. Why are you telling me to do something now? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
little stuff, I mean, you should let go.
I feel like you gotta teach your kids how to clean up after them. I mean, like, yeah, don't like get super mad, but like make sure they do it.
I mean, with the little stuff, you should show like
I'm trying to
respect.
keep my room clean.
I guess so. I mean, okay, the next one is invite their friends over for dinner. Like they're your iffy or questionable or kind of troublesome friends. Invite them over for dinner and kind of feel them out to see if they're bad news or not.
Nay.
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 Wait, like,
That's-
would we know? Like, the
Yeah,
child knows?
yeah, like, we're
or it's
there.
like,
Like,
a
no,
secret?
that's
We're there.
embarrassing.
No, like-
we're with your friends.
No, like the parent, like, you know that your parent is inviting them
Yeah.
for that reason, or it's just like,
no,
oh,
we don't. Yeah, basically.
Nay.
Nay.
I say no. I wouldn't let it happen. I would.
See, then yeah, what if they don't approve of your friend? Do you just
Then
have
you
to
can't
stop
like-
hanging out with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got all these from WebMD, and what it said was that you're inviting their friends over, and that's supposed to be like, we're thinking that you're giving them a chance, but actually you're not.
Yeah.
Nay.
Yeah. Also because like
It's basically saying you're not like you don't trust your son to make the right decision with his friends.
Right.
that's true. Yeah, that's what I thought when I read that.
Let him learn. Let him learn what a good friend is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then the last one was let your kids feel guilty. So if they do something bad, kind of let them come to you instead of just like and guilt trip them kind of a little bit.
Where have I heard this before? Yay.
It definitely works. My mom does that with me all the time. Like she lets me come to her and she's kind of like, "Oh." And does nice stuff for me and kind of like brings up the topic and then I just have to say it. Like I'm like,
Yeah, you know what, Mom?
Yeah,
Look,
I
I
can't.
did this. I need you to know this like now.
Yeah. but
If
that
I have a
works for
lie,
me.
I'm taking it to my grave.
You
I
would.
commit.
You commit.
I commit.
Okay. Yeah, and that was the last one, pretty much. Yeah. That was it.
Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Like any questions?
I have none.
Oh yeah, pretty solid.
All right. Well, I just want to say thank you for all the people watching our live stream. We had fun doing this, and I hope you guys have something to say. If you have something to say, comment down below.
No, wait, let her do it. Let her do it. You have to let her do
Alright,
it.
ready?
So,
You
if
guys
you guys
okay?
have anything to say, you should comment down below.
All right.
Hey.
And next week's topic is going to be food insecurity, so check that out. See you guys
there.
later.
Watch.
Woo. Bye.
Awkward silence.
Do you want like, did it end it?
Awkward smile.